Hi guys. So thank you so much for those of you who joined the Q&A. It was really lovely to meet you, and for those of you who logged in on Instagram, again, really lovely to see you join. I wanted to do a quick summary because I know when you have recordings of things, actually a lot of the time we just don't have time to listen to them. So what I wanted to do was just do a very quick highlight reel for everyone in my emailing list, just to cover what the key questions were. And the key things that came up were, do I need a degree? How do I use the program for those of you who are in the program? And I'm not getting my emails. So does cover a few things. So I'm going to just quickly run through the first one. Do I need a degree? Putting my hands up on hand on heart, I did a degree. I loved my degree. Would I do it again? Probably not. That's because my degree was over 20 years ago, and actually the cost of doing it now would be so prohibitive. I would really be looking at the value of what I would be getting from it. What I got at the time was fantastic, and I loved every second of it. But nowadays, because of the evolution of the type of courses and programs that are now available, actually my options will be much broader, and I'm much more aware of what the options within the industry are. And as such, I'm much more of an advocate of taking enough, basically develop enough knowledge to get into the industry, and then develop very specific and skill set knowledge that allows you to evolve once you're in the industry. Because a lot of the time you don't even know what the options are that are available to you, because there are so many specialties that you won't know about till you're in the industry, whether or not that's working for someone, whether you're going to be a bench jeweler, whether you're going to be a designer, or it's about launching your own career. But it's really important to know what your options are. So in a way, I'm kind of seeing doing a degree as a bit of putting all your eggs in one basket, especially given the cost involved. If costs are not of a consideration and it's something that you are able to do easily, absolutely, I would. It's a wonderful experience, but it is something that I very much think twice about doing now, given the other options and also given the costs of it. Second one was how to use the course. That was the one, how to use the course. So for those of you, my signature students who are wanting to be able to really work your way through the program, I would, if you have no background in it, I would start with the design and the drawing. You can do them in tandem because they are very much, the design is your mindset and the drawing is your visual language. However, in the drawing, don't start on technical drawing until you're comfortable with perspective. Technical drawing and illustration are very much a more kind of advanced kind of stage of your visual language. So when you're ready, jump into those, but I would focus on the perspective part of the drawing program and the design part. So the design part is very much, as I said, mindset and ideas. And then lastly, it is the, what did I say? Not getting the emails. So that one, I think there are a couple of people who just how you, when you initially enrolled, how you subscribed, you for some reason are not on the subscribed list, which means my emails aren't getting to you. If that is the case, which probably means you might not be getting this, but I will be going through all the emails of our signature program students specifically to make sure that everyone is subscribed, to make sure that you are getting the relevant emails. Because importantly, you should also be getting the link for our Thursday sessions, our Thursday Q&A sessions, which you all have access to. So every Thursday at 2 o'clock, unless there's a slight variation in time, which occasionally there is, but I will let people know, 2 o'clock, you have access to me for an hour. You can just ask questions, listen to other people's questions, or you can just kind of let me know what you're doing so you feel like there's a level of accountability, which I think for a self-paced program is very important. So those were the three key questions. Obviously, there are a few other ones, but I just wanted to keep this relatively short and sweet. If after this you have any questions, drop me a message. I've got a few things coming up in the pipeline. Don't forget Black Friday's next week, so I might have something coming out for that, particularly for those of you who want to launch your brand. And then in the new year, we've got some new courses, new things in the pipeline. So lots of things to kind of keep you engaged, and also to really kind of help grow our community. And if you want to share anything you're working on, I'm always delighted to be able to kind of see what people are doing. And if you are one of our signature students, make sure you're in our private Facebook group, because that's where obviously we can share what we're working on. So apart from that, have a great weekend. Thank you to those who joined both in Zoom and also on Instagram. And I really look forward to hearing from you all as you develop your jewellery journey.